Hi friends and neighbors, we're back on the Cadillac this morning, trying to get a start before it gets any hotter. It's already the third level of hell out here, but such is the nature of living where we live. It's okay. Winter is coming and we will rejoice. So a couple quick things here. Yesterday I spent a good portion of my day running a new fuel line. Remember, when you're doing an old car like this, safety is paramount. That means just because it runs doesn't mean it stops. And just because it runs doesn't mean it's safe. For example, replace the entire fuel line from the fuel pump to the carburetor. And far be it from me to doubt or question the abilities of the engineers at General Motors in the late 60s when we were sending men to the moon with rudimentary computers. The way they ran the old fuel line was just insane. Let me show you a little bit. Okay, I'm going to assume you're not the biggest car person, but just to let you know how things work. Down there, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if I can get my hand in here. Right there. Right there is where the fuel line comes out of the fuel pump. And then you can see that old filter there. And look how close it is to that power steering pump pulley. And how close it is to the belts. Well, the way it was routed before, it came up underneath this air conditioner pulley. While that line was close to the power steering pump, the line itself ran under the air conditioner pulley, right along the intake manifold to the inlet of the carburetor, which is down there. So the fuel pump is on the driver's side, the inlet to the carburetor is on the passenger side, and they were running the fuel lines as close as possible to moving parts. Not very smart, in my opinion. Now, I'm not a professional mechanic by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not even a good shade tree mechanic. I'm just a hobbyist at this point. But, so, here's the new fuel line. Oh, and one more thing. Running that fuel line right there on the intake manifold, or the top of the engine block, risks the event of vapor lock, which in layman's terms means as the gasoline is coming through the fuel line, it's heated by the engine itself and then turned into vapor before it has a chance to get to the carburetor. So then all the carburetor is doing is sucking fumes when the engine's hot. So there we go. So, I rerouted it here. It's not near any moving parts. And then I added this clear fuel filter, and as you can see, there's already bits of gunk already being collected there. That's just par for the course for an old car. And then behind the air conditioner and down here where the line won't rub on any of these pulleys or belts. So there's that. Today I'm going to be changing out the spark plugs, which fortunately for this big monster are easy to get to. Hello, automotive engineers, do you see this? This is what it used to be like. Now you have to take apart the entire vehicle to change spark plugs on some cars. Okay? And one more issue I want to bring up is bad mechanical practices. Now, I believe this radiator has been replaced. Okay, great, awesome. But whoever put it back in removed this upper mount here and the shrouds from around the fan. And the purpose of the shrouds is to draw air in across the entire radiator through the fan to maximize cooling. Well, excuse me. I've got this shroud back on, or this upper radiator mount, so it doesn't move back and forth into the fan. But look, every single bolt is gone. Who does that? Why would you do that? So I'm going to have to go to Pick Apart and try to find these bolts, or go to Ace Hardware and find something that'll work just as well to mount all that hardware back on the car so it doesn't overheat. So there's that. So I guess the lesson here is, when you work on a vehicle this old, or any vehicle that you want to work on and get running again, is keep your expectations low, because you're going to find stuff like this. And I still haven't gone all the way through. You always find things as you progress, so that's just the nature of the beast. One more issue, and I just noticed it before I started this video. These are pliers designed to pull the spark plug boots so they don't come apart when you pull on them. But looky here, the safety warning: use with engine off. Okay, kids, what have we become as a species? I don't know, but engine's off, so we'll use them accordingly. So that's it today, kids. Thanks for tuning in. Use the like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you on the next one.